The new sound of the 80s. Suddenly you hear it everywhere. Rap music. It's all beat and all talk. It tells you a story and makes you want to dance. Steve Fox examines an overnight phenomenon, rapping to the beat.
Outside of their experience, it's not something they really understand. It is very black and very urban, and people are scared of that.
January in 1980, we got a call there was a riot in progress at a subway station. They sent my people there. They came back with about 37 youths. And in interviewing the kids, we found the word we were rocking coming up an awful lot. We wanted to find out what kind of a riot was going on. We found out in the long run that it was a dance competition, and we started some of the kids dancing at that time in the police station.
The persuasive power of rap has even been utilized to motivate voters in the Boston area. For years to come, it has tremendous staying power because it lets ordinary people express ideas they care about in language they can relate to, put to music they can dance to. Not everyone can sing, but anyone can rap.
That's marvelous. And it is infectious, too. Yeah.
Glad you liked it.
Thank you, Steve.
I ain't got no bodies, nigga. I don't fuck with, I don't give a fuck about none of that. All y'all niggas suck my dick, fuck your dead poppers on everything, nigga. If y'all really want to smoke with that years, nigga, kill me, nigga.
Nobody in the car with me. Yeah. On blood, I'm in the hood by myself. Come on with that. Come on with that. Let's get that. On blood, I still got my little corn roll. On stop shit.
Hey, take Pee-wee to the doctor. Give me that. Give me that.
Fucking God!
Nobody give a fuck about y'all niggas did 3 years ago. I don't think y'all niggas understand what I was talking about in my last video. What y'all did 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and living y'all rap, y'all don't do. I know that personally.
Yeah, what's good, everyone? This is Ish from Just Say Anything, and today we're here to talk about what happened to hip-hop, what happened to rap, music, whatever you want to call it. Something that's been bothering me for a while is how the rap game has been taken over by gang and street culture, drug business, you know, whatever you want to say. It's just something that just shifted, and it took the craft from something that was built up by the rawness of the streets and, you know, how people were just living from day to day. And it changed it to something that's just about their street credibility, you know, how many street people that you know, just debauchery at this point. And it's just taken away from the actual true artistry from the game and is making it a shell of itself. So today we're just here to talk about it and break it down and see how we got to this point. Y'all stay tuned in.
Just say anything. Like, share, and subscribe.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.
So, back in the late 70s and 80s, hip-hop or rap was born out of the struggle, creativity, and storytelling. It was a way for young people in the Bronx or Queens or just worldwide to just express themselves. There was no studios, no labels, just turntables, breakdancing, raw lyricism, and just the people at that point. Groups like Grandmaster Flash, the Furious Five gave us the message, rapping about harsh realities in the inner cities, not glorifying it, but the culture was just about skill, who had the best flow, the best wordplay, the best stage presence. It was just very innocent at that point, and it was just people trying to just show where they're from and just tell about their experiences about those things, but there was not necessarily glorifying those things. Even in those earlier days, the street and hip-hop culture was intertwined. The drug epidemics of the 80s started creeping up into the music, and with crack hitting the communities hard, it was only a matter of time before drug dealers and hustlers saw hip-hop as another avenue to get money. And everybody want bread. Everybody wants some paper. Back in the late 70s and 80s, hip-hop was born out of the struggle, creativity, and storytelling. It was a way for young people in the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and worldwide to just express themselves. There was no labels, no studios, just turntables breaking and the best storytelling. You had rappers like Grandmaster Flash creating the message, who talked about inner city life, but not just glorifying it. It was about skill, who had the best wordplay and the best stage presence. It was something that was very innocent at that point, and it just wasn't glorified for the wrong reasons. He was just trying to represent where he was from and just be the best at what you are, and just show the world your talent.
You go to Bruce Springsteen concert and you don't see any white boys killing each other, but in a rap concert where the audience is predominantly black, it's all of this black on black crime, and it's like it's like a sickness that I think nobody's really paying attention to how deep the ramifications of that is. So it was really, really frustrating. Matter of fact, while I was on stage, I think that was the worst performance I had on the whole tour, because I was like tense, I wasn't loose, and it was almost to the point like I wanted to get on stage and preach.
That they would kill somebody else's black over something like gold, that they gonna sell probably to get some drugs or to get some money that they gonna use up in the next week, and then they gonna go out and do it again. It's just like a cycle. It makes no sense, not to me.
But even in the earlier days, the streets and hip hop were intertwined. The drug epidemics of the 80s started creeping up into the music, and with crack hitting the communities very hard, it was only a matter of time before drug dealers and hustlers saw hip hop as another avenue to get money. And everyone wants to get paid, right? By the 90s, hip hop was changing. They had the rise of gangster rap when NWA brought a new level of authenticity to the music. They weren't just rapping about street life, they were living it to an extent. But here's the thing, at this point, talent was still in the forefront and center. You had Tupac, Biggie, Nas. There were artists with raw skills and stories to tell. It wasn't just about their street backgrounds. The street influenced the music, but it was still not the major priority. It was more about the art. However, the money started pouring in, and with money came power. Labels saw that, street credibility, sold records, and the line started to blur a lot. Suddenly, you had rappers who were being signed not because of their lyrical ability, but because they had street ties, street muscle. The rap game was starting to just become another hustle. And here comes the 2000s. Now, rap is just big business at this point. By the early 2000s, everything's changed. The music industry realized that people love stories about struggle, and they started marketing those things like movies. You had rappers like 50 Cent that embodied this transition. He had the street cred. Everyone knew he was shot 9 times.
I got shot right here, right? I was sitting in the car. The nigga was waiting. He was double parked. He was waiting on me, right? He came up and pulled on the side, like right here. So the nigga hops out. Now peep this. Look, the nigga was real, like a real sneaky ass nigga, because he came around the back of the car. Like, so like he like this. And broke shit, fell out the back. I'm like, get the fuck up, nigga. He froze up, nigga. Nah, shit, how the fuck you ain't pull up? I'm jumping around the back of the motherfucking car and shit, you know what I mean? Cause nigga following on what the fuck you gonna do? I was trying to hit back at the nigga, he was so close that as soon as I tried to buck back at the nigga hit my hand, like bang, like he bucked down. And shit hit my hand and came through my pinky and shit. This shit down here. But I keep it with me. This is souvenir. It went through my face right here.
So that's the narrative that ran around him, and that's what they marketed towards him. Most people knew he was shot 9 times before they even heard a song from him, because that's what they marketed towards the people. And here is where things really start to go left. Labels really didn't care about storytelling. They didn't care if it was true. They didn't care if it was authentic. They just wanted the artists with real criminal records, real gang affiliations. If they weren't connected to the streets, you was probably getting overlooked. Now, it really didn't matter how talented you were. It just mattered how much muscle you had and how you can push your record through the industry.
Just say anything, huh? My thing is this. I want us to continue getting money for the next 15 years instead of falling off and letting it go back to the west or to the east, because we're not putting no social commentary into the records. And the truth be told is, look, hey, man, if you started being a gangbanger after your first or your second album, you a buster. And these these kids out here listening to us and looking up to us, because a lot of them don't have no father figure in their house. And every record you get on, you lying about some dope, talking about some squares. Man, guess what, man? Get off the boo-boo. Get off of it, man. Because if you're going to talk about some squares and talk about the drug game, you need to talk about the bad side of the drug game, too. What about when you get busted and you go to jail? What about when your mama and your wife and your kids is crying because they at home and you in prison in a cell? What about that part of the dope game? Everybody talking about how many cars and how many jewels they gonna buy and how many squares coming off. You know what I'm talking about? But ain't nobody talking about the other side of it. So if you're gonna talk about that, you gotta talk about both sides. And I'm gonna say it again. If you a cartoon character on your first album, you need to be a cartoon character on your last. Because the way we start is the way we gonna finish.
Fast forward to the 2010s, and the game officially changed because now social media entered the chat, and rappers didn't really care about talent. They just wanted a viral moment, flashy lifestyle, show they was more gangster than the other person, and the image just turned into a fast track where the music just started to suffer. That's how you get artists like Tekashi 6ix9ine and Lil Pump and fill in the blank. It was more so about who they were beefing with, street cred, all those other things, and the music just fell to the wayside. It wasn't just the music, it was the culture itself. It was getting more dangerous, where labels were signing artists who were more active in the streets. And this is why you see all these RICO cases, Young Thug, Lil Durk. The industry was just exploiting the culture, but not only were they exploiting the culture, they were fueling it as well too, because it was making them money. The industry is almost unrecognizable from where it started. Labels are looking for artists who can sell a lifestyle, not necessarily artists who can actually rap or have talent. If you look at the drill music scene, these artists are blowing up and getting shine, but it's not because of their lyrical ability, it's because of their street cred, who they're connected to, how much attention they can do by doing some dumb shit, to be honest with you. And let's be real, there's still incredibly talented artists out here, but they're being overshadowed by the ones who can bring in money and controversy. And the music is suffering because of that. The rap game has always been connected to the streets, so everyone knows that, but it's not being ran by the streets. That's the issue, where it's being ran by the streets and they're the ones who dictating the talent and the music that we're getting. And this is why we're getting poor performances, bad artists like Sexy Red, fill in the blank. I ain't here to hate, but this is my opinion. So where do we go from here? Is the art of the rap game dead, or is it just evolving? I mean, the truth is the rap game will always reflect society, and the streets will always have influence. They'll have a voice, but we don't want the music to suffer in the meantime, and we don't want that to be the only thing, because honestly, in the world, it's not just street people. There's people that's in all walks of life, and there should be music that represent those things. So at the end of the day, hip-hop is about storytelling, skill, and expressions, and we never want to lose sight of that. And that's the reason why we have artists and street people who smart enough should get a talented person and make them the forefront of whatever their label is. This is why you got people like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, people like that. You got the artistic kid that stays in the hood area, and someone sees talent in them, and you cultivate that talent and make them something that the world can see. But if it's just finding the streetest person or the most gangster person and they have no ties to music, they don't even like music, and they're looking at it as a hustle, then we're going to keep continuing to get trash albums, trash music, and the culture is going to look terrible in the future, and people are not going to even want to listen to it, to be honest with you. So do the right thing, find the talent, cultivate the talent, bring music back in the programs at school, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's just my rant for today. But if y'all like the video, y'all want to comment, if y'all like it, cool. If y'all don't, it's cool too. Be in the comments below if y'all want to say something. Remember, this is Ish from Just Say Anything, where we just don't say anything. I'm out. See you on the next video. Y'all hold it down.
Just say anything. Like, share, and subscribe.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.